Hey everybody, I'm Bobby Tonelli with Tech360.tv, back with another review of a product, which, you know, there's a saying in life, size doesn't matter, right? They're lying, especially when it comes to TVs and other industries as well. But today we're talking about a television which is beautiful, the bigger the better. It is the LG Signature G7 OLED HDR television. Look at this. This is a thing of beauty. Now, I actually had this in my house for about a month. Big thanks to LG Singapore for making that happen. We've had to put it here into a showroom because my place isn't really that nice to shoot in. Not that it's ugly, but it's a smaller room and this looks a lot better. But let's talk about this television because this is a thing of beauty. Come over here a second, come over here. I want to show you, first off, we got to talk about how thin TVs are nowadays, right? Look at this, look at this. Look how super thin this is. Beautiful. And look at the back of this television. No one looks at the back of a television, but you got to look at the back of this. Look at this beautiful pattern here. But that is what the LG Signature televisions are about. It's about the aesthetics, the technology, but more about the aesthetics, because if you have a beautiful home and you want the best of the best, these are the kind of TVs you want to be looking at. So let's talk about the front of the TV, because that's what we're looking at 99.9% of the time. Now it supports up to 10-bit color. That's impressive. That's HDR. You're getting great dynamic range, highs and lows. You're not getting any sort of chromatic aberration or purple fringing, or you're getting blown out highlights. The picture looks great, and the detail, the contrast, you see a lot more depth in your images, and it's not overly saturated. Now, with any television, you can always adjust, and I do recommend that you calibrate the images to your preference. You can take away the reds, the blues, greens, you can adjust the saturation and so forth. But out of the box, the G7 is very impressive. So much so I actually didn't even mess with the picture much, except for one thing. I don't like what everyone's doing nowadays is this clear motion, where everything looks fake and synthetic. I don't like that. I like it how it's naturally shot. So 24 frames or 30 frames per second, that's how I want it to look. So I actually go into the televisions and I change that immediately. I'm sorry, I'm gonna put it out there. Everyone I know that has a smart television, that has these kind of TVs, they turn it off because it looks fake. So guys, please turn it off, but you can do that on this television very, very easily. Which leads me to the next bit. Taking this control, there's two controllers with this television. This one becomes a magic wand. By waving it, you actually get a cursor that shows up on the screen. And there, if I want to press the home button, I can move into WebOS, which becomes my smart TV functionality. As you can see, I'm just moving my hand, and this cursor selects and highlights what I want to go with: YouTube, Google Play, movies and television, Amazon, and so forth and so forth. Very easy to use. I love this from LG, that they made this so user-friendly, and they made the controller just more of an extension of your finger or your hand to select something. You can also use voice as well if you want to look for something on for content-wise. So you have all these options there. This is a full-blown Android television experience. Not all is perfect, not mind you. Some apps like YouTube aren't as seamless as others, but for the most part, it works quite well. Let's talk about the speaker here, okay? This speaker is built in to the television. It also gives you that Dolby Atmos sound. Is it as good as full surround sound in a room? No, it just gives you a nice overall sound quality to the TV, and it gives it a nice, I would say, better than average sound quality. But for a television set like this, I do recommend that you invest in high quality speakers if you have the budget for it, because that will give you the better overall experience. Seeing such an amazing image on this television set, you want the sound to match it. Now, you can wall mount this television, that's how I did it. This speaker actually folds up underneath. So your ports, everything are accessible in the back. Same as before, it's just folded up underneath and you can mount it to the wall, but it does give a bit of a gap. So if you want something that's really super thin to the wall, almost like wallpaper, LG has the W series TV that does that. This one folded up on the wall will give you about, I think it's about a gap like that. So just take that in consideration. But if you have a table, you have an open concept room, you want this TV to be sitting there, and you want the sound bar here, this TV is perfect for that. So that leads me to, who is this television set for? Now, the LG Signature line is the creme de la creme for TV sets in the LG lineup. You're getting the best quality materials, the most beautiful design, the best technology, everything packaged in one television set. And you pay for it. Case in point, the 65-inch G7 is around 10,000 plus Singapore dollars. The wallpaper TV, like I mentioned, same size, is around 12,000 plus. If you want to go larger size, it's going to cost considerably more. However, if you are on a budget, but you go, I still want a really good TV, I can't afford this. You know what? You're going to get 90% of the technology in an LG TV that's a few $1,000s less. It might not be as thin. It might not have a beautiful back to it. It might not have the built-in sound bar, but the image quality is going to be there and the WebOS is going to be there as well. So, you know what? Don't feel bad. We all live within our means, especially when it comes to television sets, and you still can get a really good TV set for a few $1,000s less. Having said that though, if you have the budget, if you have the beautiful home and you want to show off the best image quality possible, you can't go wrong with the LG Signature Series. I'm Bobby Tonelli with Tech360.tv. Any comments you have on this television or any questions you have, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, and we'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.